All right, we're back for week 6 and 7 symptoms. We've changed location. Now we're in my living room. I'm very hungry, so I have some pizza over here that I might eat during the video. And I'm currently opening a package. I'm so excited. I'll tell you at the end about my package if I can get it open. Okay. Have it open. All right. So to make it more concise this time, I kind of wrote down my symptoms because I kind of forget. And it's been like 2.5 weeks. All right, I like it better up. You can see my cute wedding photo. Hang on, let's try and get this as backed up as we can. All right, that's kind of better. I'm wearing my shirt, obviously. I haven't got to wear it yet, so I'm gonna wear it now. We have our doctor's appointment in 2 days, so it's on Friday. Today's Wednesday, the 20th. So our appointment's on Friday. But yes, I'm so excited. We get to see the baby, see if there's more than one baby, and yeah. So we'll get into my symptoms. Week 6. Frequent urination, obviously. My boobs finally started to get sore, like on the sides and my nipples. And then I was short of breath. I had to start using my asthma inhaler again a few times. I definitely still get short of breath. Runny nose, congestion kind of. I still have like weird dreams. Like last night I had a weird dream about like, I don't know, but it was like I was in college and I was in some lecture and I was trying to help one of our friends. And it was like a lecture on Twilight, like a course on Twilight. Whatever. And I also had a really vivid dream about my friend's baby being a boy and like what its name would be. And then my baby I still think is a girl. I had dreamed that it was a girl in that dream, but it wasn't as clear as her baby. Sorry, staring into this light ring is disorienting. My eyes, flashing lights. I do have a new light setup though, so maybe this will be easier than what I was using before. Anyways. Congested, still gassy. Occasionally I can smell things really well and it bothers me, but for the most part I don't think I really have a heightened sense of smell. At this point my fatigue kind of wanes at night and I'm able to stay up slightly later than before. Like occasionally I'll stay up to like 10:30 now, but for the most part I still go to bed at like 9:30, but I can stay up later now. I'm not like crazy tired. I'm mostly tired during the oh, sorry, during the day. Oh. And then there was one time I did vomit. But it was mostly related to heartburn. I had just eaten and I was kind of bloated and I went to go brush my teeth before bed and I just like was brushing my tongue and then I vomited in the sink, but it wasn't like nausea or anything. And that only happened once. I did have like a little freak out, like my heart rate on my Fitbit had been going up and then it started slowly declining, and so I was worried, so I called my doctor's office and then they were basically just like, unless you're bleeding, we don't think it's a problem. I've never heard of this before, you're crazy. But I googled it and I don't know, I Google a lot. But my parents and my husband's parents finally know, so at least I have someone to talk to if they have any questions now. Especially if they're like crazy questions. I started getting a little bit dizzy occasionally, and then towards the end of 6 weeks every now and then my boobs would like stop hurting and like it would worry me, but then like it would come back like an hour later. So that was 6 weeks. At just before 6 weeks, we told Danny's parents, and I did record it. I'm probably not going to share them. I'm just going to keep them to myself. They weren't like any crazy over-the-top reactions or anything. And then before 7 weeks, my parents found out. I was very disappointed by how they found out too. They were coming to our house to work on some projects, and we went out to go buy a dog door, and I had left my cell phone, and unfortunately my parents came and my mom had to go to the bathroom, so they broke into our house because we forgot to lock one of the doors. And so they came into our house and they saw my letterboard that I take my progress pictures with, and luckily they're nice and they pretended the whole day that they knew nothing of it, which I'm surprised my mom could do that at all. And so at the end of the day I told them, and I was super pissed too. I was just like, you probably already know, so whatever, here's my new art decoration. And I was just pissed, and they're like, yeah, we saw it. But yeah, my mom's really excited. My dad and mom have already decided their like grandparent names. Like my dad wants to be called Pop Pop, and my mom would prefer to be called Gigi, because they're like in their 40s, and like my husband's parents are in their 70s, so I would assume they just want to be grandpa and grandma, but we haven't really talked about it. Maybe they also have strong opinions. Oh sorry, I still have really bad burps. It's mostly related to my heartburn, I think. Ugh. Okay, now week 7. I got really dizzy at work one day. I got like I was working too hard and it was really hot. Like I work in a kitchen, and it was like during the busy time of the day, and so I got really lightheaded and my neck started hurting, and I was just like, I can't. And so my boss let me go lay down, and someone else took over my position for an hour or two, which was really nice of her. Still nasal congestion. It's still really hot where I work. I've just been trying to manage it the best I can by drinking lots of ice water, and I try and drink like a G2 or a Gatorade Zero every day while I'm at work, just because it's so hot and I know I'm probably sweating a bunch. Indigestion, definitely my digestion is starting to slow for sure. I can eat like, I could easily have eaten this piece of pizza and these little bread bites and like 2 more slices and been fine, but like that's probably too much for me right now for one meal, which is fine because I overeat sometimes, but I can't eat large portions at all. I started having some food aversions. I definitely, throughout the whole pregnancy, I think I really just like not wanted eggs, and I used to love eggs. Like I love breakfast food and I love like eggs and bacon, and I even bought some bacon this weekend so I would make eggs. And then like I thought about it and I put it on my thing for dinner, and I was like, I'll make bacon and eggs for dinner because I need protein. And like when it came around to it, I was like, no, I will not eat this. So then I had to get creative, and I had to eat like peanut butter and yogurt because I have Greek yogurt, and then I had a cup of milk to get in my protein to get to like 75 or above for the day. And it's been really hard, and I realized like I've definitely been craving more carbs because I like fruit and just having more carb-rich stuff, and I really have been. I have been kind of avoiding protein when it's really important right now, so I'm trying to make it work with whatever I can, with whatever my body will let me eat. And then, yeah, I don't mind meat. Like this has chicken on it, and I'll eat it, and I've been eating shrimp today. So I do eat meat. I just don't, like if I'm looking at food and I'm like looking at what's in the fridge, like it just doesn't sound good. Like I mostly just want cold food, I guess. Like I like cold fruit in the morning and yogurt, and I don't know, just hot food doesn't sound good. definitely bloating, which goes along with the indigestion and the slow digestion. I did have spotting one day, but it was like very briefly, and it was because I went to the bathroom. Went number 2, and that happens. It can happen for lots of reasons. That can happen after sex, which that hasn't happened for us. And then I know it can happen if you go to like get your lady physical exam. You can get spotting after that. And then I did on 7 weeks, and like the day after, I definitely had like sex dreams, which is funny. I've never had a sex dream ever. And I had like 2 sex dreams night after night, which was funny. And then, still congested. And then I've started having more cramps. Well, not really more cramps, but my cramps the last 2 days have been more like period cramps instead of just like kind of like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like it just feels like something's going on down there, but like now it feels kind of more like a light period cramp, which it says is fine. And then today I'm 8 weeks, but still I'll share it because I've had it recently in the past 2 one day. Like my belly button hurts, which it's kind of early for that, but my belly button hurts. It's the strangest thing. And I do have my belly button pierced, but it's not from that. It's like inside my belly button hurts. But yes, those were my symptoms for week 6 and 7. Go to the doctor in 2 days to see the baby, and I just got my package. I have gender reveal cannons coming. They should be here later this week. We're gonna wait until after the ultrasound to take the test, just to make sure everything's fine. And these can wait, so even if I want to wait till like 12 weeks, this will be good. But I got my sneak peek test, so we are gonna find out the gender early. My friend doesn't want to find out the gender, so this will be interesting. I'm gonna have her participate because I need someone to hand me the cannon, like when we do our little reveal. And we're not gonna have a party. We're just gonna do it at home by ourselves, but I'm sure my husband is super excited. He asked me, and I told him we could start telling people, like his friends could know after the ultrasound, after we made sure everything was fine. So I'm sure he's super excited to tell his friends. We're the first ones in our friend group to have a kid, so this will be interesting. Like in his friend group, my friend, obviously, she's the first one to have a baby. And then me, we're both having babies together. We're both having life-changing things. We got married, we're having babies. We both somehow bypassed morning sickness, which is pretty nice. And I'm so excited. I really think it's a girl. I will definitely do a video for the gender reveal, and I'll do the wives' tales to try and guess what we're having beforehand. Definitely think girl. Apparently my dad's some kind of seer, and he told my mom when she was pregnant both times that she was having boys, and she did have boys. She's my stepmom, so not with me. And then he told her, because I went out with her last weekend somewhere, and she was talking to me, and apparently he told her that he says I'm having a girl, so fingers crossed. We see that purple cannon that I bought because I really want to see it. It's gonna be beautiful. But yes, that's it. No stretch marks so far. Weight gain, it fluctuates honestly, but I would say probably 0 to 3 pounds so far at 8 weeks. I'm not really supposed to gain any weight this trimester because I'm starting off with a BMI over 30, so trying to keep it as minimal as possible. So I do still track my food. I try and keep my diet to around 2,000 calories. Like today I'm gonna struggle to get that in, but normally I get like 21 to 2,300 calories a day. If I don't track, I can really go crazy if we get fast food. Although it is harder now since the last few days I've been having that bloating and like heartburn where I can't eat a lot of food at one time. So that I think that's gonna really help me the rest of this part of my first trimester. But yes, I'm going to eat my pizza, maybe have some ramen later, because I bought ramen the other day because I really wanted it and I need to make it. So, goodbye everybody. See you next week.